Hey everyone, welcome to Crypto Conversation, and this is your host Chef. So in this video today I'm going to cover the recent news about Bitconnect. Bitconnect, one of the Ponzi schemes that, as people like to call it, has been asked to shut down their ICO. So they were actually about to raise an ICO on 10th of or 11th of this month, and they have been asked to shut down the ICO procedure. And not only that, maybe the existing Bitcoin company also may be asked to shut down in some of the countries. That's the news I want to cover. Now, you might ask me that why do I even want to cover Bitconnect? I mean, this is something that we don't talk about on this channel. We don't talk about Ponzi schemes. Well, the reason I want to cover is because I think it's kind of, it's good information that actually regulators are at least are able to differentiate between what is a real cryptocurrency and what is a Ponzi scheme. And that's the only reason why they want to, they have asked Bitconnect to shut down their operations. So, and that's the only reason I want to share. So everything that's listed on the coinmarketcap.com right here, as we can see, Bitconnect is listed over here somewhere. As you can see, $370. Not everything that is trading on CoinMarket or on the exchanges are actually all are genuine. So this is something that needs to be understood here as well. So it could be on the number one on the coinmarketcap.com, but again, that does not really mean that's again a genuine project. As you can see, the Bitcoin growth has really grown big time. So we talk about so many projects. I mean, Bitconnect is again a centralized token sale. They have a fixed return that they offer if you give them your Bitcoin. And what I tend to believe is that investing in Bitcoin is actually getting a loss, because what they actually do is they take your Bitcoin and they convert that into a dollar, into a fiat currency, and they give you fixed return, which is like anybody can do that. I mean, because the Bitcoin prices keeps rising every month, and if you are just converting the Bitcoin into a dollar and giving away as a return, I don't think that's a very difficult task, but that's what the Bitconnect has been doing, and they've been very successful. Honestly, they run across the globe. So one lesson that I do want to take away from this incident, that everything that's listed on the coin market is not really genuine. So that is why I always say that do your own research, because it's very important to understand what Bitcoin is, what Ethereum is, what Cardano, what different projects are. Especially anything that offers a fixed return, like something like Bitconnect, is definitely a Ponzi. And Bitcoin never will offer a fixed return, or Ethereum will never offer a fixed return. These are technology driven projects. But when you talk about Bitconnect, they offer a fixed return. I know a lot of people get involved into cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin and blockchain space because of money being the main motivation. The point I'm trying to make is that it's really important, and it is so difficult at times to differentiate between what's Ponzi and what's not into the space, into blockchain and cryptocurrency space. And the news like this, and there are few ways definitely to identify whether something is Ponzi or not, looking if there is any fixed return coming out. That's the one way. Of course, the other project, like some of the ICOs, can also turn out to be Ponzi. Now, we had recently an ICO called Confido, which actually 300 million is what they raised from people, and they actually ran away with people's money, right? So these kind of incidents are pretty normal right now, pretty usual into the cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin and blockchain space. What we really need to be careful is that we need to study wherever we're putting money in, where you're investing. Again, this is not an investment advice, just my personal opinion, not a financial advice. But I'm just saying that this is very important to actually read the project, study the project before you actually invest into. So for example, if somebody has to read Bitconnect now, but what Bitconnect offers is a fixed return to the investor. Not only that, if you bring in more customers to them, if you bring in more investors to them, they give you some incentives as well. Basically, it's an MLM affiliate program which they run, and they were trying to raise another initial coin offering, which is called Bitconnect. This was scheduled on the token sale was scheduled on January 10th, and they have been asked to not to go ahead with these kind of ICO. So if you can read here, it says that back in November last year, the UK Register of Companies threatened to shut down the Shifty investment platform, confiscate its asset and dissolve its operations unless the company could prove cause to the contrary. Now, one of the interesting news that I found is here, this one, the Texas regulators orders Bitconnect to seize and desist marketing securities. So there are a couple of points that they have made here. It says that the Security Commissioner found that the Bitconnect investments are securities, like they offer a fixed return, that means nothing but a security. So you cannot really offer a security in any cryptocurrency. I mean, tomorrow it can go to $1,000, next day it can come to $1. So cryptocurrencies are not security for sure. But were not registered as required by Texas Security and Act, state authorities, securities board rules and regulation. In addition, the company is not registered to sell securities in Texas. They also said that Bitconnect has disclosed virtually nothing about its principles, financial and conditions and strategies for earning profits for investors. It was not provided a physical address in England. And despite providing no information on how it will make money for investors, including the algorithm behind the trading bot, Bitconnect is touting as an investment as a safe way to earn a high rate of return, which is quite impossible. So this is a couple of articles that I found. This is recent news coming out on Bitconnect. So I don't know whether the Bitconnect is still on, whether they are still giving out returns or they shut down completely. But what I get to hear is that they were trying to raise another ICO. As you can see here, Bitconnect's ICO. I'm sure some of you must have heard about new ICOs. Bitconnect's ICO, and that is when they were caught. I mean, you do have a ICO law, I guess, back in Vegas and other cities, wherein you really need to define what your ICO falls into, whether it falls into it's a utility token, whether you're offering a security token or things like that. So according to that, the Bitconnect has been asked not to raise any ICOs. I'm not really sure as to what is happening with the current Bitcoin plan that they have. Are they being shut down or asked? But I thought I'll keep you guys updated. This is important from the point of view that at least regulators are able to differentiate between what's a real cryptocurrencies, what is real blockchain technology, and something which is not really built on a blockchain technology. If you look at the Bitconnect, there is no blockchain technology behind it. There's no cryptography behind it. It's just a scheme and scam that's running, purely based on investment, purely based on money. So that's the way you guys differentiate between what's real, what's not. I hope this was helpful, guys. Definitely do spread the knowledge to others also. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Thank you.